What's up, guys? It's your boy E, and today I am super excited. And you want to know why? It's because I got my man GusVilla Jewelry in-house. And this is a company that I have known since the beginning. I purchased from Gus the first month that he was open. I've known him for a while, and I've watched him grow into an absolute beast. And I am super excited because I actually got two pieces from Gus. So I will be doing two separate reviews. And this first one is actually a world premiere. So I'm actually very honored. Anyways, you know what? I'll get into it in a sec. Bob, do your thing. Alright guys, I am back, and as I was saying before, this is a world premiere, and I'm honored that Gus made this chain for me, and it is his Miami Figaro, but he changed the design. I am the first person with this version of his Miami Figaro. He basically did something completely different to the link. So, you know, I'm going to be seeing it for the first time. You guys are going to be seeing it for the first time. And we will look at these initial impressions of the completely redesigned GusVilla Miami Figaro link. So with that being said, guys, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get this box open. Pause. Now we have the nice fancy box right here. You see the GusVilla logo and branding, which is absolutely beautiful. Let's get this open, guys. We got that nice light up box right there.
Hey, that's pretty good.
We have a polishing cloth over here, GusVilla Jewelry. Another sticker over here. And let us check this out. Wrapped up in nice tissue paper here. And I can feel the weight on this thing already. Wow. This is absolutely... I gotta pause a second, guys.
I said, hold up. Wait a minute.
This isn't one of my normal pauses. This is a pause because my breath is kind of taken away. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I believe this chain is 10 karat. I could be wrong, could be 4. No, it's 10 karat. It is, yes, it is 10 karat. This design right here has just taken my breath away. This thing is absolutely crazy. GusVilla is a brand. I absolutely love them. They were the first handmade chain that I bought. And, you know, I'm a jewelry nerd, guys. I look at absolutely everything. I've been like that my whole life. You know, I lived in Miami for 15 years. I still go back and forth between New York and Miami, half the time here, half the time there. And there's a lot of places in Miami to buy a Cuban link. You know, you have Daniels, obviously, which is, you know, the tried and true. People know about Daniels forever. You have Ray's Golden Cash. You have Garcia's. You have Gus, and you've got many more. There's many more chain makers. If I'm forgetting some of you guys, my apologies. Cubanos, shout out to him because he's kind of the pioneer of the entire space. He's the one that brought the Miami Cubans out, and literally from Daniels to every other maker out there did all the reviews. You know, his channel, there's so much information there about different Miami Cubans and so on and so forth. But, you know, we are talking about the Figaro, but, you know, my first experience with Gus was buying a Miami Cuban. I got I believe it was a 12 millimeter Miami Cuban. Then I got a bracelet from him. I got a ring from him. I got a silver Cuban from him, all super beautiful. And the reason that I like Gus's stuff is because he has that perfect mixture to me between Ray's and Daniels. Daniels has that super thin file. Ray's is more chunky, and Gus is right in between, which I absolutely love. I remember when Gus first started, you would order a chain from him and it was like a 3 to 5 day turnaround. It was something absolutely crazy. And Gus has since then has turned into a monster. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, subscribe to his channel. channel, or if you're in the jewelry space, have seen his channel. You know, he's running a huge operation, and he also has a huge following on social media. One of the very few that's doing both. I actually took some time to sit down with Gus, and I wanted to ask him a few questions because I wanted to kind of delve into it and share with you guys his perspective of the whole jewelry space and what he's doing, just because I like to familiarize everybody with the actual ownership, with the brand, and so on and so forth. So I asked Gus a few questions. First question I asked him is what it's been like handling the growth and scaling his business. Basically, he just said he started out and figured it out like everyone else. Some days were amazing for him, some days were horrible for him, but he's always positive about it. He enjoys what he's doing, and obviously the business is growing like crazy. You know, and then next I asked him why he wanted to do YouTube and also be a full-time jeweler, because being a full-time jeweler is crazy. It is absolutely crazy, guys. Like, when you're ordering from these companies, these guys are busting their ass. They're working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, going non-stop into the wee hours of the night, getting orders out, you know, having to deal with so many different facets of the building. So I couldn't imagine doing that and then also starting a YouTube channel. But Gus used to do content before he was a jeweler. I didn't even know that. He used to do content. He realized that the most important thing to do was to create content. And, you know, obviously once he got busy, he outsources all of his content. He has a guy that follows him around so he can show you guys the process of hand making these chains and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was really cool. Gus is actually in the process of opening up a new store in Hialeah, if you guys are familiar with that. You know, and then I talked to him a little bit about gold. You know, the prices of gold, I mean, it's going crazy right now. You know, it's like for these guys that are, you know, hand making gold chains, and, you know, you have gold at almost $3,500 an ounce. Are people still buying? You know, he said that this past March was the biggest month he ever had. So obviously you guys are still out there and you're still buying and doing all that. I asked him what you do. Like, well, what if gold goes up to $5,000, which it could, guys? And at that point, his answer was you pivot to what's lucrative. Pricing doesn't matter. He seems to think that people are going to keep buying. I tend to agree with that, because gold is gold and it's going to keep going up. Sometimes people might get priced out and wait a little bit, but I don't think gold will ever stop being purchased. It might slow down from time to time. The last thing I asked him is, are you sick of it? You know, are you sick of it? Are you overdoing this? And he said that he is super passionate, super grateful. He loves people. He loves what he does. He loves helping people. He loves doing things. He's improving the business every single day with quality customer service, working on any issues that are there, and he wants to keep growing rapidly. His last thing that he told me was, like, if you go to a quality burger joint and you want to buy a burger, it might take a little bit to get your burger, but it's going to be the best damn burger you've ever had. And that's what it is like shopping in the handmade space. I've done a lot of reviews of not the handmade space, of the Italian made space, the Jacojis, the Lynx, Hawaii rope chains, all that. Those are chains that are ready, they're on demand, they're made, and you get them, but this is the handmade space. And with that, let me get my fancy gloves on, because I had to pause and kind of go over that, because this chain is so crazy. And we are going to talk about the chain, and we're going to talk about the design here. First off, take a look at this, guys. Absolutely stunning. With the Figaro, with you guys that are familiar, on the classic Figaro, you have the 3 links and then you have the 1 elongated link. And it looks like what Gus did here was he shortened that link up. So instead of having that 1 big long link, you have a much tighter chain. And this chain is 1 of 1. It's super unique. It's super, I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the Figaro. I always have. On the smaller Figaros, on the smaller sizes, I never liked the longer links. I believe this is a 10mm chain, but I never liked it on the small ones. And the bigger ones, I reviewed that 15.5mm Figaro that I got from Luke Zion a little while back, and that I don't mind it because it's a big chain. You got the girth there.
What did he say?
and all that kind of stuff. But on the smaller Figaros, I mean, to me, this is just perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Like, I couldn't imagine a better way to do a chain. The uniqueness of this is, I love it. That's what I love about jewelry, is just the art behind it, the craftsmanship, and that's what you're gonna get with a handmade piece like this. And this thing is absolutely beautiful. Let's get it on the scale really quick. Also, you know what, before we do that, let's take a look over here, guys, as well, because we do have this handmade box lock right here. Snaps right into place, and then we have these butterflies, nice snap, nice closure on both sides, and this thing is just absolutely incredible. So let's pull the scale out over here. 109 on the button, so 109 grams, a perfect weight for a daily wear. And let us measure this really quick. And no, this is an 8mm, guys. This is an 8mm, a little over 8.12, 8.06, 8.20. So this is an 8mm chain, a little bit over an 8mm chain, but just such a beautiful chain, such a nice everyday wear. I mean, again, guys, I am just crazy about this thing. I mean, what a beautiful piece, what a beautiful design. Let's get this on neck really quick for you guys so we can take a look at this. This is a 28-inch, so it's not my usual 30, but still a big, long chain. Yeah, this thing feels great, fits like a glove, just feels amazing. I love a nice handmade chain. There's nothing like a beautiful handmade chain, and Gus, they knock it out of the park. I mean, between the quality, between the look, I think this chain's obviously dipped because it has that richer gold color, so it looks like it has an 18 karat dip on it because it has that nice, rich, beautiful color. All around chef's kiss on this one. I love the redesign of the link. Definitely something that I think moving forward, that as a brand, I would love to see this as the regular link. And I don't know, some of you guys might be triggered by this. Maybe you guys are purists, you like the classic Figaro. I mean, the Figaro has been around forever. It has such a lineage, such a history. So some of you guys might be purists. Some of you guys might not like something like this. For me and my particular taste, I think it's beautiful. I like a chain with tighter links. I don't like gappy chains and stuff like that. And that being said, with it being a Figaro, that elongated link, like I said earlier, on the smaller ones, it never was something that floated my boat. It is subjective. It just all depends on what you like. But yeah, I think this one is a home run. So nothing left to do now but rate it, guys. And on a scale of nope to dope, I'm giving this thing a 9, guys. This thing is incredible. Congratulations, GusVilla. This chain is absolutely beautiful. One of the nicer handmade chains that I have seen. Very unique link, very unique design. I really want to know what you guys have to say down below. What do you think of this redesign? I mean, do you think it's something that is fire? Like, would you like run out to purchase something like this? Are you, like I said earlier, you're a purist? You like, you like the Figaro the way it is. You don't want it to be touched or whatever it may be. Sound off in the comments. I love hearing what you guys think. I want to hear your feedback. I answer all the comments because why wouldn't I? I like having the discussions. I like talking about the jewelry, laughing, having fun with you guys. So, let me know what's up. So again, this has been the review of the completely redesigned Miami Figaro chain by GusVilla. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is your boy E, and I am out. Peace.